I'm literally just over college. I know I'm only 18, but like I would rather start a business. I would prefer to just not work a normal job, I guess. I really don't know. Like I recorded an a video that's over an hour long about just why I think the gen ed system in college is stupid. Um and because I'm still, early on in my college career, I still have plenty of them to do. Um I don't have like terribly many, but I have probably about a semester's worth of them left. And I'm only planning to spend like 2.5 semesters more here because I'm on track to graduate early, which helps. But also, like, the only thing it's gonna do is like save money. It's not gonna stand out to like, even if it stood out to employers, like who would I want to work for anyway? Like I have a business idea. It's just like and it's like I know it's something that's not in the market already, but I don't know. It's still early on. Like, I've just thought about it not too long ago, but not the college thing, the college thing I've been thinking about for a while, but starting a business instead, that's only I've only thought about that for a day because I only got the idea yesterday. Um and when I told my parents, like, they thought it was a good idea, but like, well, my idea, but like, I didn't mention anything about like not continuing potentially because I'm still treating it as if like I'm going back, and because like I have housing picked out next year. I'm gonna register for classes next week. So like I'm treating it as if I'm staying, but I don't know if I want to. It's just like I don't know the logistics of it. Like I only have a little bit of money, but like I don't know how to. The biggest thing is like, I don't know how to program a website or an app, and I would need somebody to do that for this to work. Um, like I know, like my dad is really busy. Even though he's a coder, he wants me to be in he wants me to be a coder. I think he does anyway. I don't know. It'd be okay if I wasn't, but he said something today about like just I should learn how to program an app when I told him about this. It's like that's what you have another daughter for. The one's an AP computer science at the moment, not me. The other one. Um, because I know like exactly what I want to do with it. It's just like I need somebody to create the thing for me. Like once I have it, I know what to do with it. But I I tell them how to create it. Whoever can code this for me, if not me. Um, I don't even know if this is something that like people would be interested in. And it's like I don't, I would say, but like I don't want like anybody to take the idea. So not just gonna like randomly, say it for the public. Um, but I think I could see a use for it. I would totally. I don't know if there's like a bias within this, but I would totally like want something like this if I was, another person in a different circumstance. Um, I wasn't the one, who actually wanted to create this, but I just went on my notes app all night last night, almost, well, not only, but like for an hour or so, and just wrote down some of the details, like with, because I would need to put a lot of time into it. I would need to spend a lot of time researching. I would need, if I am gonna be doing the coding, that would take a while. But my, like, whoever does it for me would also probably have to take a while. But like, I'm a little bit worried about like I'm not really like an employer. Like, I gotta manipulate them for my own benefit, but like, I just don't think I can pay them enough. Um, and there's not really like, I don't know if there's really anybody to help me because what is that? Because my dad works. My dad has a full time job and he has a business of his own, and my sister, is still in school, so she's kind of focused on that. Um, and like I can't guarantee she'd be willing to do anything like this anyway. Because like I provide like the information itself. It would just be a matter of like coding it. Um, I guess one thing, um, I should ask that like I can, that I know I can make public is how much are people willing to pay for like an app on the App Store or a computer app? Um, like will, because I really don't want, like I might be able to make more money if I put ads in or charge people a subscription, but I like the idea of giving people a one-time purchase. Um, so like what's a reasonable price that people will pay? Um, because I've never bought like any games on my phone. I've just taken advantage of the free ones. So I just that seems more enjoyable, even though it requires more resources. But like, how much resources college requires. Like, I would love to, take that. I keep talking about this. I'd love to take that 10, or not 10, like $25,000 my parents still have saved, and drop out of college, keep making these, and um, work on like whatever I need to do for this supposed business, but also do my writing as well. Like, I feel like that would be a lot more enjoyable than anything else. And like, I know it's risky, but I have my parents to fall back on, and I don't think I'm gonna make an impact if I don't take risks. It's also one of those things where it's like it's intended for only a specific group of people, but like um my dad's business is, he's helping two speech um people with two speech PhDs with with a business, and that's a very like specific thing. Like, the only people who need their product are like people with like either a master's or a PhD in something speech related. Um, just like speech teachers in general. Um, so like this wouldn't be as specific as that, but it would still be like, it's not something that would be like applicable to everyone. But then there's like this, I don't know if it's like a dilemma or anything, where it's like, is it even possible to be a good business owner, like be an ethical business owner? And also because unless I'm selling an essential product like water, which you can have your opinions on, like the industry of bottled water and everything. I'm not here to talk about that. But we all need water to survive, so I wouldn't have to advertise it if I wouldn't have to advertise it too much if I was selling water, because people would need it, but people don't need this because this isn't a product they need to survive. So if this is something that they don't need, wouldn't it be manipulative to try to convince them that it's something they do need? Because like, I'm pretty sure that's just what advertising is. It's like you're convincing somebody who, you know, normally wouldn't want something to want it. And I don't know if by that logic, like, anytime you try to convince somebody you're manipulating them, I don't know if that's true, but like, hope not, then I will stop trying to convince people. But I want to know like an ethical way to do it, I guess. If that's even possible. It might be one of those things where I just have to like break the news to people like this. Of course I need to take some time, finish out this semester, but like by the time semester's done, I've given it a month's worth of thought, and I can, hopefully work to hopefully like see what this would be like. Um, I know my parents would get worried because like they wouldn't like that I have um they wouldn't like that I have no like typical job because God forbid I have a gap, a 3 month gap in my resume. Um, I don't want to set myself up for something I don't want, especially if this is like a really good time to invest in really anything. The thing is, I know I won't be able to like probably please a lot of people with this because not many people are going to be used to the idea of somebody who isn't a business major starting a business. I'm basically back to where I was, at the start of the year with my club basketball team being one of the only things keeping me here, like in college. And like, I guess I could always do like both, but that would require like a lot more money because I would not only need money to pay off my debt, but also um what is it? I need money to pay off my debt, but I would also have to put money into the business because that's just how it works. Um, so I don't know, like the logistics of it. It's tough because like one hand I'm annoyed that like I'm not really being taken seriously, or at least I don't think I am. But on the other hand, like this is an idea that just came up not too long ago that like could turn into anything really. So it's just a matter of like whether or not this desire that I have, still is a desire in months or even years from now. Um, because I could easily see, again, I could be biased, but like this is something that I would want to spend a lot of time on. Like the app or the website, like I would spend time on that, on my phone, my free time. Um, so like I said, I won't go into like too many specifics until I actually start it, help get the product out, and make sure my idea isn't stolen. But it's just like I know people who code. It's just a matter of like whether or not they're willing to help me, and whether or not they're willing to make sacrifices to help me. Because I don't know if they are. They're both my dad and my sister. They're on their own path, and like they should be allowed to follow that path without me like trying to interfere in it. Like I shouldn't. Like they shouldn't have to do this for me if they don't want to, or if they don't think they have time to. Um, this could also be something that like I hold on to and do when I graduate from college. But again, it's like I need I need the money to I need to pay off my debt, but also I need to put money into this. So I don't think I can do both, honestly. I don't know if anybody can like cover startup costs while also going to college. I don't know if that's something people do. Doesn't sound like I can do it. Um, and even then, like even if it's possible, I don't know if I'm willing to do it. Um, I'm really only here because of like all the pressure to come here, like to go to college. And now that I found something like I could potentially work with, why shouldn't I work with it? Why should I be bound by, a schedule set by other people or what is that? Like, people holding grades over my head. Like it it makes it makes me feel a lot of things. So it's like I want to get, I'm leaning towards getting out of it. Because like I just don't think it's worth the money for me. Again, it's like for me personally. Um, for anybody else watching this, if you feel you can get a lot out of college, definitely go for it. But like even though I can stay. I know I can stay engaged in my classes. I'm just not no. I'm just not motivated. It's like I don't care what grades I get anymore because they don't matter to me. When people look back at me, they're not gonna care that they're not gonna care that I, didn't get the best grades in, gen ed math or whatever. If I do end up being successful, they're gonna appreciate the fact that I took the risk of dropping out of college to do this. Hopefully. I mean, like, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think Michael Jordan played high school basketball. I don't think, maybe coach thought he wasn't good enough or something. Um, and then he dominated in college. So it's something like that. Like of course, I can never compare to him, um, status and fame and money and all that. But um, people, I don't think people are gonna care that and I'm not like a terrible student. Like I have my GPA last semester was over 3.5, but I don't think I can keep that up. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if I sell around like the 3.25 mark. Um, but it's just like, do I want to do this? Like, what do I want to do? It's surprisingly hard figuring out what you want to do. Um, and people say, you go to college for that stuff, but like there are other options. Really seems like there are. So I want to I want to put some more time into this. Maybe I can um I wonder if like I can if it's even a good idea to like maybe have an AI do it for me. Like I hope they're able to do it for me now. Um got a lot of technology now. We should be able to use it for stuff like that. Um, yeah, and another thing, well, like said before, um, just let me know. I want feedback. Like, let me know how much you would be willing to pay for really, really like just an app in general. Um, because I would do this, like I said, so I don't have to put ads in or charge people monthly or yearly or however they want to do it. Think in my dad's business, they have different plans, like a month plan, a year plan, something like that. Um, for their subscription, um, I don't plan to do that. Um, unless it'd be like I don't know, $5 a month or something. Like it would be cheap. Um, because I understand, a lot of people are paying for, TV streaming services and phone bills on top of like, what people in the past had to pay. And another thing is like, can AI legitimately do this? Can't believe I didn't think about this until now. Um, I want to see if I can, I guess.